We see that a lot of the companies who are involved in inGenious have their own stands. You've got big stands from Intel, Smart, Microsoft, Acer, particularly the tech companies.
Well, I'm really pleased to be here in London at the BETT show, meeting other people from the European Union, from EUN, and talking about the great mission of trying to get more young people interested in science, mathematics, technology as a future course of study.
Well, STEM education is becoming increasingly important in the whole world. What we see as we look around the world is economies are starting to recognize that they really need to support science, technology, engineering, and math in schools at all age levels. So in fact, the largest area of growth in the job market is likely going to be in those kinds of careers.
inGenious was put together by the education ministries, the European Commission, and industry partners in science and technology to try and address this issue of young people being less interested in science and technology. And we're doing that through various different measures. One, of course, is supporting schools. So science and technology teachers find it pretty hard to stay up to date about what's going on in terms of research and new discoveries. And so we're working with industry to help teachers get that kind of knowledge to keep on top of the very bright new ideas which are coming out of science and tech, which are also very motivating for young people because they feel it's the science of today and not the science of yesterday. The website is available at ingenious-science.eu, and we'd really encourage teachers, industry partners, and indeed any kind of organisation that's interested in facing together these challenges of science and technology education and building a better future for science and tech for students in Europe.
What I find really exciting is that now with inGenious in Europe and the concentration on MST, we have a real opportunity to try to join up so that the way schools rethink STEM education or MST education meets the expectations of both society and employers.
Well, I think the most important thing is for students to have strong problem-solving skills in science, technology, and math. At a general level, they need the body of knowledge and they need to be able to solve problems. We don't actually know what occupations will be available for students in 2020, even though that's not very far away. So if they have good problem-solving skills and understand those disciplines, they'll be very well positioned to assume those roles, whatever they may be.
A real issue is the teaching force, because they are expected to know a lot about new skills and new products and new uses of their subjects, and they haven't had the opportunity to learn.
You do need some people, some coordinating body that helps you to adjust and to transfer experience across the borders. inGenious can help in the sense that it can empower teachers with some tools and activities that they can use it in their classroom.
You're the expert as a teacher. What can we do to help you engage your students in the learning outcomes that you want to achieve, and how can technology fit into that? If you're a teacher interested in STEM education, Microsoft may not have all the answers for you, but we have a lot of resources that you can utilize and find interesting.
So I think the biggest challenge for STEM and the future of STEM is for teachers, what they need to do is actually to make it real. And so what they need to do is to inspire the young people that they're working with and what they're learning about in the classroom and relate it to the real world. And one of the best things of doing that as well is about being able to connect with people who are in industry and doing things nationally and internationally in organisations and companies, and bringing them into the classroom. So using technology to do that. Students seeing what they're learning in the classroom, how it follows through and relates to the real world, that will give them the inspiration to become the next computer programmers and things like that.
But we're also seeing different configurations that are far more supportive of collaboration experiences, for example. Kids in circles, kids working in groups, kids sharing data.
Well, we're very focused on STEM education, and many of our products are designed specifically to help teachers in science, technology, and math engage their students and get them to focus on and learn more about those areas. I would just say that STEM education is incredibly important, and for that reason, we're also very focused on helping teachers develop their skills generally with technology, but also specifically in using technology to teach science, technology, and math. So a lot of our professional development offerings are focused on those very subject areas.
I think what's really important at the moment is we're all heading in the same direction. Business, government, politics, teachers, families. We all know we're living in a technological society, and our future depends upon being imaginative and creative and bright. And that means getting the act together. And that's what I think inGenious provides a wonderful opportunity to bring the partners together, politicians and businesses. And I think we haven't tried it properly yet. And I think this is the most imaginative opportunity we've had, and we must make it work.
Austria is engaged in the inGenious project as a partner, together with the coordinator European SchoolNet. The Ministry of Education is looking for best services for enterprises to get best educated, qualified personnel, especially in technical subjects, because the need in the enterprises, if it's a large or small medium, is very, very high. To change STEM education in the future, we have to start quite early. In lower secondary, we have to interest special girls, because that's the biggest reservoir. And without not using this reservoir, it will be more and more difficult, especially as STEM teachers are lacking as well. It's not only the industry, but teachers as well.
What you see in real science and tech jobs is that very often you're traveling all around the world, you're working in international teams, you have to use your language skills, you have to be creative in terms of problem solving, but you also need that science and tech knowledge to help fuel all of that activity. So it's a bit of a combination of helping teachers stay up to date on science and tech, while also helping young people get a better idea of what career options are out there for them once they finish school.
And actually we've got quite a good story to tell in the UK. We had 5 to 10 years of decline, but over the past 5 years we found that more and more youngsters are wanting to study STEM subjects in their pre-university courses and at university. And I understand that this is not the case in the rest of Europe, so we're very pleased, and maybe there's a few lessons there that we can share with other colleagues.
I think what's interesting to us is that we see within the Emerging Market Platforms group, as we look around the world, we see how quickly the world is changing. And, you know, tomorrow is coming very quickly.